What's going on, everyone? This is ODC. It's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Star Wars Black Series Commander Doom, Captain Rex, and Clone Commander Wolffe. I picked these up super cheap off of the Hasbro Toy Shop eBay store. They've been having a great sale on 6-inch Clone Troopers, the regular Clone Troopers. I believe they're up for around $14 right now, free shipping. And I just actually picked up another one yesterday. But I picked these guys up, and they were all, I believe, $10 each with free shipping. I think after tax, after they charge you tax, it's like $11. So I was like, oh, that's not bad for a 3 3/4 inch figure. So I picked up all three of these guys. Pretty happy with them. They look pretty good. I've heard some complaints about them, but I mean, they're 3 3/4 inch figures. How bad can they be? You know what I mean? I mean, the 3 3/4 inch figures, they can't be horrible, but maybe we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they are bad, but I digress. Taking a look at the packaging really quick. I'm not going to get into each individual packaging, but they do have a nice little read up. So I'll just, you can pause that and read it if you want. That's for Commander Wolffe. There you go. There is no read up for Captain Rex for some reason. So there you go with that. And no read up for Commander Doom either. So there they are. We're going to get through all three of these taken out of packaging, and we'll take a closer look at all three of them. Be right back. Okay, and we're back with all three figures out of packaging, and I gotta say, these are pretty decently done. For as much complaining as I've seen on forums and chats about, Rex, a lot of people just dislike this figure for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But taking a look at Commander Doom first, we'll get to Rex in a second. I really like all three of these figures overall. I don't really see what the big deal is. I mean, I'm going to go through articulation. I haven't really gone through that yet, but they all seem pretty solid. And they all do come with dual pistol blasters here, like sidearm blasters. And I think it looks really cool. They each have their own individual head sculpt. It's kind of unique to them. I think it's pretty much Rex is pretty much always been the same look as far as I can remember from the Clone Wars. And I really think that overall the Clone Wars really helped you get to know the clones better as far as individuals. You know what I mean? Sure, they're all clones, but each person had an individual look, an individual personality. They weren't all robots. You know what I mean? And that's really what I think the major missed point of the movies was. They never really focused on any of the clones besides Commander Cody. Sorry, I had to shut my door there. But I heard the dog coming up the stairs, and I'm like, oh boy, here he comes. But that was really a huge mispoint that the Clone Wars animated show really touched on, and I can really appreciate that. It helps you appreciate the clones a lot more. But taking a look at Commander Doom here, he looks really cool. His holsters are kind of molded into the side of his, I guess, tunic skirt here. So that's pretty cool. And then the head. Getting a close look here. Okay. So, looks pretty cool. I do like the metals that are actually sculpted into the chest here. Looks really cool. I think overall they did a pretty good job with paint. There's even some gray paint in between the rivets in his back. I think the paint apps are pretty good on this guy for being a 3 3/4 inch figure. Even the little piece on his gauntlet, I guess you could call it, right here, is looks good too. The pistols also fit into the holsters the same, pretty much. They just slide right in there, and I think they look good. I would really like to see down the line a a Captain Rex 6-inch Black Series figure down the line. I think he's deserving of a figure. I know there's been rumors of him having a figure, but I really think he's one of those characters that really do deserve it. If we got a Commander Cody, I don't see why we shouldn't get more clone troopers, but a lot of people just don't like prequel stuff at all. So, as far as articulation goes, his head does swivel, full 360 rotation, and it can look up a little bit, and it does look down a little bit. It does have a little bit of a head tilt, which if we got some job turkey, no job turkey, gobble gobble. Its arms don't go up the best. They go up about that far. Oops, I'm way off camera, sorry. They go up about that far, and they go down like that. So not the best range of motion in the shoulder. That's kind of lackluster. A full 360 rotation. He's got a single bend at the elbow. And he does have the elbow swivel, wrist swivel, and the hinges, which go up and down, kind of similar to the Jedi hinges for the Jedi. He does have a waist swivel. Can go full 360. His legs go forward. And they do go back a little bit. Is hindered because of the way the butt is sculpted and because of the skirt tunic, or whatever you want to call that here. He does have a single bend at the knee and a knee swivel. And he does have an ankle hinge, which goes forward. I don't know why I'm not focusing so well today. And back, and it can swivel side to side. And he does have 2 peg holes at the bottom of his feet. It would have been nice if these included display bases with them. Moving on to, actually, you know what? I'll do the coup de grace. He'll be the coup de grace. Oops, as he falls over. But here we have Commander Wolffe. I think he's probably got one of the coolest looks as far as clone troopers. I mean, look at this. It's pretty awesome. I would have liked if they could have, this antenna right here, if they could have painted that silver, but I'm just nitpicking here. There's actually some silver paint on his upper portion of his helmet here. Looks pretty cool. I think they did a really good job with the paint applications, and I really dig this cloth as opposed to the plastic here. I've always been a fan of cloth and plastic mixture. It's just what I like. It's my preference. A lot of people don't. They're like, oh, it breaks down though, and it looks like shit. I don't care. I take care of my figures. I don't know what other people do. People say over time it's going to break down. Yeah, maybe, but that's if you abuse your figures. I don't know. I just don't do that to my figures. His blasters, all the blasters that they have are pretty much just a black plastic. So, but they look cool. The head does move up and down about that much, up about that much, and down that much. Full 360 rotation here. He also did include a backpack right here. Nice sculpting on the backpack as well. So there you go with that. His arms can do a full 360 rotation. Single bend at the elbow, just like Commander Doom. And he has an elbow swivel. This guy actually has a diaphragm joint over the waist swivel like Commander Doom. His legs go forward, and I believe they're on a ball. Nope, they're on a wide jointed hip. So these are on a wide joint, so if you want his leg to go forward, you gotta boop, and then twist the knee, and then there you go. You have a single bend at the knee, so there you go with that. But you can do the splits really well. Commander Doom can't do the splits at all. So there's that. Single bend at the knee. He does have the knee swivel. Oops, as I dropped his backpack off. Knee swivel. He does have the ankle hinge, which goes forward and does go back nicely, and the swivel at the ankle as well. So overall, I'd say, granted the shoulder pads aren't sculpted in, that's just paint right there. But I think overall he looks really good. There's some nice painting going on here on the his his holsters right there, and on the sides here, and on the front portion. So there's Commander Wolffe, and let's get to the man of the hour, the guy everyone pretty much likes. Captain Rex here, which she's actually been recently featured in Star Wars Rebels, which I am a big fan of that show too. So, focus. There we go. He looks really good. Like I said, still the same blaster pistols. I'd say he's probably got the most detail as far as dry brushing. He's got some dry brushing going on the holsters here. A little bit more love for Captain Rex, I think. But still, Commander Wolffe has the best articulation, I would say, out of the three here. His head can swivel full 360 rotation. It does look up, and it does look down, and it can pivot side to side. No job turkeys. No gobbles. His arms can go up about that far, which isn't the best. Can go down, full 360 rotation. Single bend at the elbow. Swivel at the elbow. Swivel at the wrist. And a up and down hinge. Same hinge as Doom. And he does have the waist swivel just like Doom. I think he's pretty much on the same buck as Doom. Or maybe Doom's on the same buck as him. And a single bend there. He does have a swivel at the knee. And a hinge. And a swivel. So I think, actually, these two, except for the torso, because this torso is different, these might be the exact same body almost. Like I said, different upper torso because of the sculpting here on Doom, and there's no sculpting on Rex here. But the heads are a new sculpt. The upper torsos are a different sculpt. I would say the knees are sculpted because this little line right here, these blue lines, are actually sculpted into the knees. So that would be a different sculpt as well. He actually has some paint detail right here as far as he's got some kind of checks going throughout, almost like maybe droids he's taken out, which is pretty cool. Nice little detail touch on both sides of his legs. Showing that he's taken out about 19 of them. And then he's got some on his arms too. Really cool, nice little detail that they added in, going all the way up his arms. So he's taken out 19 on his leg, on his legs combined. And then I don't even know how much that would be. 15, 20, 22, 27 on one side, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 on that side. And then he's got some on his helmet too, which is he's a beast. Captain Rex is a beast. But also I almost forgot here while I have Commander Wolffe here. His arms do go up much higher than the other two. So maybe that was part of the complaint that most people had, was that his arms, he had the better articulation, and these two maybe should have had that. But maybe these two were earlier figures. I don't know for sure, so I don't want to give you false information here. But he also has he also has a swivel at the wrist. I didn't point that out. I apologize, guys. And the wrist go up and down just like the other two. But overall, I'd say these are all really nice figures. If you're into the 3 3/4 inch figures, I'm not the biggest 3 3/4 inch collector, but if there's certain characters that I like, I'll pick them up. Like I have my 3 3/4 inch Darth Mauls. I have my 3 3/4 inch Luke Skywalkers. I usually pick up like a Boba Fett, stuff like that. But overall, I mean, I think I like these. I like the Clone Troopers. I do like them. Maybe a lot of people, I know a lot of people don't. That's fine. But me personally, I don't have a problem with them. And I love the Clone Wars show. It's a great show. And if you haven't checked it out and you're a Star Wars fan, and even if you don't like the prequels, watch that show. It's a good show. So that's pretty much it for these. Would I recommend these figures? Sure, I would recommend them. I think they're good, especially with the paint applications and the sculpt. Maybe not the best articulation with these two, but this guy's got pretty decent articulation. But they are 3 3/4 inch figures also. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.